once I press the press button. So I'm gonna assume that we are ready to start. So 3, 2, 1, go. And let's go. And let's start with the first stage from the game, which is Buganer Beach. And this is the first stage by default that we're going to be playing, and we're going to be getting introduced with the speed technique in this game, which is a zigzag. Zigzagging is basically matching your D-pad up left, up right, or I don't know, left up, left down, or vice versa. Okay, game. It's a bit tricky. It's not hard, it's tricky. Just to make on that section I will skip. So basically, zigzagging helps to us to make the Pac-man moves slightly faster. So it's gonna be like if he's having some issue or something like that. Like if he will be trying to get rid of a bee or a mosquito, I don't know. But you get concept of what am I saying, right? Also, the zigzag can help to us to do some little things like this little out of bounds. Suppose that I should have make a dash. I should have done a dash on the previous platform, so a door is gonna be open, but that's slow, and we're speedrunners. We don't know what does the limit word means. That word is not part of our dictionary, so we just need to keep going. So basically, this is the first stage here, and you're gonna be watching all of these hand signals that basically are gonna be telling to us how to play the game. Something that, really, for now, it's not required because we know how to play the game. So basically, all of those things tells to us the basic mechanics, all the attacks, all the movement that Pac-Man is gonna be having, and also we're gonna be watching some of them during all the run. So once we have defeated Buchanan Beach, we can access to Ghost Island, which is where all the worlds are here. But I'm gonna be playing all the worlds in order. Probably I'm gonna make a slight change. Once I complete the stages from the second world, in case that I am low on lives, to take this a little bit safer, but I'm gonna be talking about that later. So here I need to go down in the underwater section, but we know very well that swimming on water on video games is slow, so I'm just having to make that little bounce over that barrel. I just need to keep going. Also, I can skip this section, it's a bit tricky, let's see if I can get it. And I have to do this. Because I was gonna be able to use that enemy also as a little skip here, so I can avoid all of this section, because it's supposed that we need to swim on the water, take a crumble that is down there. No, we need to take a crumble, then we need to go down in the water, open a chest that's gonna have the orange that's gonna let to us to open that door, which is gonna give to us a switch that's gonna activate the moving platform. And now I'm gonna try to perform here a little out of bounds. There we go. Because with this, again, I can avoid another swimming section. And now here I need to get a key. I'm gonna have a good amount of time on the next stage to talk about what am I doing or what's the that I need to do. So for now, what I need to do to complete the game is I need to get this crumble, because I need to open 2 chests. The first one is gonna give to us a key, which is gonna help to us to release one of the packages on the next stage. And also we need this strawberry, because there's a door with a switch, and we unlock that door with the strawberry. So we can put the switch, this other one is gonna get activated, it's gonna shoot that canyon, and we're gonna be able to take the token that is gonna take to us to the next stage. Probably most of the people here has played and/or watched something related to Pac-Man World 2. And that's something really sad that not so many people nowadays has played or met Pac-Man World. Probably they have made the awful Game Boy Advance version, which is really bad. It was an attempt to port this game to the Game Boy Advance, but they wasn't able to port the game correctly, because that was so much power. That was a lot of PlayStation power for a Nintendo handheld console. And now that I am here in Crazy Canyon 8, I just need to go through the end of the stage, and that's gonna be everything, because there lies the first Pac-Man friend. And also zigzagging can help me to avoid all that section where I need to wait until the doors from the canyons get open so I can move to the next part. So RNG gods bless the zigzag. So I'm gonna be talking now about another fact of the game so we can make an idea about what am I doing. The category is called all levels, which is basically the intended any percent of the game, because the any percent category of this game doesn't play all stages, and you can skip most of them due to a glitch. And also you can skip a lot of things. We're gonna be watching some of that stuff later, don't worry. Also, all levels has a good amount of things to show, because even on 100% you don't play the boss stages. You use the same glitch as on any percent to skip them. But at all levels we are going to be playing them, so something good about this category. You can see that my life bar is a Pac-man, but I don't have any slices of life, so if I receive damage again, I'm gonna be dead. So I need to be careful. I'm gonna take this a bit safer. Mostly because those little canyons sometimes are a bit awful and likes to kill me. Also keep Pac-Man, sorry, because Pac-Man is in the game. I'm not Pac-Man, I'm just controlling him. And yeah, basically we're gonna be bouncing and bouncing all the time. I'm gonna catch this slice of life just... well, this piece of lime just in case. Because it's a bit risky to lose all your lives, and that's gonna be something important on the game, because if you lose all your lives, obviously you get a game over screen, but if you have saved the game, you can continue. I'm just gonna be saving the game in case that something really bad happens, just to be a bit safer, but probably I'm not gonna be doing that. And I used to receive damage here, but I decided to do this a bit safely due to this ghost, because as you have seen, sometimes I receive some damage here. So I just reach the end of the stage, and we have saved Puka from Dick Dog. And he says thanks to Pac-Man, because we have saved him. And then he'd say that he would like to put his hands on Pac-Man, and then he realizes that he doesn't have hands. Now, HM is a wineback, first boss of the game. This is divided into parts. The first section is just run to the right and you're gonna be fine. Because we're gonna be having this big ship that it's gonna be throwing some cannonballs, and yes, Pac-Man decides to commit something that we like to call lose a life, because why not? And don't worry, even on PB paces, I used to die on this stage. Because since there are no invisible walls, sometimes if I don't zigzag correctly, I can die. So I need to be a bit careful here. I'm gonna get quiet. So this is the glass wall. And there we go. In this second section, we're gonna be having a bit of RNG, because we need to wait for these switches to get activated, because these are gonna let to us to activate some kind of things that, sorry if I forget what to say. Sometimes I used to forget some words on English, but you get the concept. I need to take these things out so the cannonballs can get back to the ship. And also the ship followed me, so I can use this as to my advantage. I think I just need to hit this ship one time and we're gonna be done. There we go. This was a very good boss fight, because I used to waste a good amount of time here. Because if you don't get a good cycle, well, if you don't get good patterns with the switches, you can lose a good amount of time on this stage. So now we have completed a 6th part of the game. There are 6 worlds in total. Now we're going to be moving to the second section of the game, and the only section that has 2 stages instead of 3. So now in Curse's Cavern, usually on 8% this level is skipped because we don't have nothing here. We don't have a friend or a key, so this is a very long stage with nothing on it. But since this is all levels again, we need to play it. And something good is that now we can keep talking about how amazing is this game. So the plot is that it was the 20th anniversary of Pac-Man, so their family were organizing a kind of little party with his friends in Pac-Man's house, but suddenly everybody started to get kidnapped. Then at the end, Pac-Man says he gets back to home after work, he discovers that his house is a mess. And now he's sad because imagine that you find your house destroyed when you are on your birthday. So here on this platform, I'm gonna be moving it here to this section because I need that the platform goes more up than usual, on a more higher position, because with that I can skip all this little labyrinth section, all this little section of the stage, and I can go directly to the next part of the stage, because otherwise I should have completed another section when I need to run a lot and then I need to dash on another platform to move the other platform, and you know, that's slow. And if you were wondering if how broken this game is, in case if it is, I'm just gonna be doing something here that's a little out of bounds that is gonna save to us 30 seconds. So explaining what had happened here is that we need to complete a big maze section, a little labyrinth where we need to go to the top of the cascade and we need to get a fruit. Well, we need to get a fruit that is gonna lead to us to open a door, which is gonna open a little door that is underwater and gonna allow us to move to the next section. So we can do a little out of bounds section like that, because you can see that there's a lot of things on the stage that probably you can think, oh, okay, that thing is solid, but the thing is that not all the things are solid on this game, so you need to be so very careful. Sometimes you can see some platforms or a section where you can land in case that you don't want to die, in case that you move wrong on the stage, but then you realize that that thing doesn't have any collision box and you die directly. And after that, after Pac-Man discovers that his house was destroyed, he walks outside of his house and finds a lot of invitations to Ghost Island for a party that say that you can meet the real Pac-Man live and in person. Obviously, Pac-Man wasn't invited to that party, so he knew that something bad was going to happen. So once he was arriving to the island, the ghosts noticed that and told to Pac-Man that it's an evil robot that wanna be the new Pac-Man. Told that Pac-Man was coming to the island, and he was mad because he supposed that he had ordered to the other ghosts that they should kidnap Pac-Man. But the real thing here is that instead of kidnapping Pac-Man, they were so dumb that they kidnapped their family and friends. So they are preparing some kind of obstacles for him so they can stop him before he can do something, and with that Pac-Man can turn into the new Pac-Man. So our mission here is to save all our friends and family and obviously defeat Pac-Man. That's the main thing with the game. And yes, let's start. Let's start again. Also, I don't need to go straight to some spots of the game, so I can do some little skips, because thanks to the zigzag, just in case you haven't noticed, you can reach some faraway sections of the game. And here I'm glad that I haven't died, because sometimes I mess up with that chest and Pac-Man decides to sleep and die. Here in many minds, I'm gonna be getting both friend and key. And if I lose a life, if I finish the stage with number 1, I'm gonna be taking the backup route, which is gonna be to do the next section of the game, and once I complete the 3rd section, I go back to the 2nd boss of the game. Also, I don't need to do all of these things that I need to activate a switch, and there's gonna be some pack that I need to catch, and also a fruit, and I don't need to activate those things. I don't need to activate the platform, so I just can keep moving, because God bless the zigzagging. And I hope that for tomorrow you can remember what I've said about the zigzagging. Why I say that? Well, let's discover that tomorrow. For now, let's keep enjoying some pack action. And also, on the other water sections, I used to zigzag, but my zigzag not so good, so in the water I used to have sometimes some problems. So what I do is that I press the triangle button to go down, and also the cross button to go up, and I'm mashing a lot butt buttons in order to try to gain a little amount of extra speed on the water, because as you have seen, the movement in the water is so slow. Now I need to activate the switch that is gonna move to us to the next platform on the game. And here, there's gonna be another platform that I need to get. First, I need to activate it here. There's an extra one up here that I'm gonna be taking just in case, because now I'm gonna be doing a damage boosting trick. Because the way that you get the key here is so slow, because you need to do a little Pac-man maze, you need to activate the Pac dots, you need to find the fruit that you need to open the door. I think that it's a banana, if I remember correctly. And after that, you need to go back to the section where I'm going to be trying to do the out of bounds, because moving platform has been activated. So I'm going to be taking risks here. So I'm going to be putting on a specific spot, and then I'm going to be jumping for some damage. There we go, first try, and I haven't played this game in a month. I haven't derusted it, so I'm really happy that I got that on the first attempt. It's a bit tricky. Not so hard, but tricky. Because with this, I can skip entirely all the maze section that I needed to do, and I can get the key directly. So I just can go. I can come here and I can save the packet without any dictation, and I just can ignore all of this maze thing that I needed to do. I need a little slice of health, and also, like many other 5-gen games, sometimes the camera doesn't cooperate a lot with you. So I prefer to wait a bit until the camera appears in a section where I can see what is happening around, so I'm gonna be able to keep moving. And since I have 3 lives, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna be doing the next boss. If I see that it's gonna be so risky, I'm just gonna quit the stage and I'm gonna do the next section of the game. Since I have 3 lives, I shouldn't have problems here, or not so many big problems, or less RNG. Because here again, Nubis Rex is like HMS that went back, considering that the game, this stage is split by 2. First we have this chasing section where I just need to go to the top of the screen, I need to go to the front, and that's gonna be it. I can zigzag a bit here, but I'm gonna be doing this a little bit safer because I am aware about how I am. So I don't want to mess up some things here. I want to try to have as much health as I can for the next section, because it's really hard. Probably is the most hardest boss of the game, because here what I need to do is that we're gonna be having 4 cycles here, 4 phases. I just need to activate all of the switches, then that big thing on the background is gonna release a heart that I need to dash against it. And it's gonna be the way about how I'm gonna be defeating this boss. But on each phase, something new is gonna be added, so it's gonna be a bit complicated to do this thing. So now in this section again, I need to go with the ones on the left. It's good that the piece of health has a spawn there. Sometimes you can get a 1-up, sometimes you can get a piece of health. That's a bit RNG, I think. I need to do first this one. Because I mess up on the first cycle, and I suppose that I should have done the one that was on the right first. And then bring heart, let's go. Now this is the most... we start here with the real problems. The third phase. So I'm gonna be keep quiet here because now we're gonna be dealing with these lava rocks. Also the tornado is gonna be being a bit annoying, so things are gonna be a bit complicated right now. So I'm just gonna keep quiet a little bit. And this is the most hardest round of the game. I'm gonna wait for this raid first. So here, what I need to do first is that I need to activate first this platform. Then I need to wait again for that laser. And I need to go back for the other one that was on the left. Now I need to do the first one, that it's well, the one on the left, on the right section. Now I need to do this, the other one. It doesn't matter that I have received damage. Some damage boosting is good. And I'm really happy that also I got a very good boss fight, because believe me, this is more heavy than it looks. More difficult, this is a pretty difficult boss fight. We have completed now 2 sections of the game, and now it's time to move to probably my favorite section from all this world, which is the space zone. And here, Space Race again, another stage that doesn't have doesn't have anything important. Another stage that gets skipped on the any percent. But here we're gonna be watching again another mix of little out of bounds things and more action with zigzagging. It's gonna save to us some little amount of time. Sometimes I'm gonna be losing a bit amount of time trying to get some of the checkpoints, or also to get some extra lives. Also, as you can see, there are some pack dots in the game, and I'm gonna be trying to get the pack dots sometimes, because not just to collect them, you can also shoot them. So that's gonna be something good for some enemies and some things in order to save some time. I don't need to catch that checkpoint. Okay. I need to wait for the cycle. If I make a dash here, I don't need to put some much attention to that thing. I need some health. I need to catch something. I don't need to wait for those platforms to appear again. I just can do a double jump, and there we go. So basically, the game is zigzag and bounce. But also about bounces, we have out of bounds stuff. I get this one up just in case, and I'm gonna be doing a little out of bounds trick here. That basically is that I need to clip here, and I need to go to the right. And with this, I can save another 30 seconds, because I can skip directly a little maze section where again I need to get a fruit that's gonna let me open a door that's gonna have a switch, and the switch is gonna open that shield that's supposed that it's not gonna let me to move to this next section of the game. But again, we're speedrunners, we don't care about the game physics, and we lose. Now far out, probably the easiest stage from this section, but also the stage where we're gonna be getting the key and a friend. In this case, we're gonna be rescuing Professor Pac here. I think that it's Professor Pac, his name. Sorry if I don't remember that at this moment. Okay, I'm gonna wait here. I need a Pac dot, and sometimes I receive damage through things that lasers. There's a light here that I'm gonna collect. And also suppose that I need to bring another platform there. But okay, thanks. But with the zigzagging, I don't need to do that, because I can reach that higher section. I receive another little damage there. It's gonna be a bit complicated, because here I need to try to have as much health as I can, because I was aware that something like that was gonna happen. But it's fine, it's fine. We have beat the first hard section of the game, and we have a good amount of time before the second one. I activate the switch, I get stacked up, let's keep moving. And since I have my health, my maximum health, I'm gonna be doing a damage boost on this platform, not right now, on the second time that I move through this, because I need to go up, I need to activate another switch that is gonna spawn the key again on the floor. So I need to go for the key, and I need to be back. This is gonna activate another switch here that's gonna give to me the key. I get the key and I can use this platform, and I'm gonna be doing damage boosting because Professor Pac is gonna give to me full restore health. So, well, a piece of color is gonna restore all my health. So I shouldn't be so worried about that. In case I should have received damage, I should play a bit safely there. That's gonna cost me some time, but I'm pretty happy that that wasn't a thing right now. I just need to activate this. I used to get confused with something I need to do on the next stage and on this stage. Okay, I should have activated that. I'm gonna take this a bit safe because there's a one up here. I used to dash there, but I haven't done that because some time ago I died there, and I don't believe so much in myself. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, I was gonna receive damage, but whatever. I cannot believe that I have failed this. And again, back that, open this, give me another one up, and again, I'm gonna be trying to collect as much lives as I can. And now, give me space. This is another stage. This is a stage that has a lot of platforming things. So we need to be so careful on some sections because since we're on the space, obviously, there's a lot of space on the stages where, well, a lot of sections of the stage where we can die. Okay, I received some damage, so I'm gonna be taking a piece of health here. And now with these platforms, I am gonna be trying to be as much as I can on the center of them, because as you can see, they move to the left or the right depending on where I am. And I can use this little box to do a little out of bounds here, and I had clipped there, I don't know how, but I don't know, I think that was good. Uh-oh. Okay, go back. And I just need to activate these two switches. The first is gonna... I don't know what does it activate. For the second also I don't know what activates, but we get this little maze section that we are not forced to complete. We just need to go to the middle thing and we're gonna be moved to the next section of the game. And we're very close to the end. So probably you are wondering why the first character... Okay, yeah, I got confused again because this is what you need to do on the previous stage. This is what I was saying about that I used to get confused with these things. No, it was here. I'm dumb. It was here. So I have to use a switch on the previous stage. Because here we have this blue platform that it's a bit troll because it shrinks by itself. And sometimes I got struck into the not so cooperating camera of the game. I don't see what is next on this. And well, you have seen that Puka, a character from Big Dog, was the first character who was rescued. And well, he's not from the Pac-man universe. So he was introduced in the game because they needed to fill another space for another character, and they have run out of characters on the game. So instead of that, they decided just to put Puka because they were the creators and owners from Big Dog, so why not? And also, that was like a little Easter egg about introducing a character from another Namco franchise. And probably you're a big fan of retro stuff like me, you're gonna discover a little secret on this stage about what you're watching right now. So this is the most longest boss stage, and that also means that if I fail here, I can lose up to 3 minutes, considering that I just die a single time. Again, the stage is divided by 2, split by 2 things. We're going to be having this shooting section that it's like a kind of tribute to another classic arcade game from the early 80s, also created by Namco. I don't know if somebody in the chat can guess which game is. It doesn't matter that I receive damage here. There's a lot of pieces of health. And also, this is the boss stage where you can get a good amount of points due to all the fruits that are gonna be getting here. And also, at the end of the stage, I'm gonna be getting a lot of lives, depending on how many points that I have. So I'm gonna be trying to get as much points as I can. That's the reason why this stage is it's for the backup route before you face a little bit Rex if you don't have so much lives. On my first runs, I used to do that. I used to play safe. But now I have discovered that I'm able to beat Anubis Rex. And now that I'm thinking about that, this was the first time that I have beaten Anubis Rex without dying. I'm impressed about that. And well, now, after a little Galaga stage, we have here King Galaxian that has 4 eyes. Obviously, I need to destroy all of them. But I'm gonna be taking first the eyes on the corners. And obviously, after each phase, this thing is gonna be more and more harder to complete. And yes, my disc isn't scratched. But don't worry, I haven't scratched it. When I bought it, it was scratched. Well, that was the first time that I had to listen that this track got skipped. Okay, if you were wondering why I have destroyed first the eyes on the corner, that's because those eyes are a lot of time out of the screen, so I cannot shoot to them. And so the first cycles are easier, I prefer just to destroy the eyes of the corner first. Because on the other sections, I'm gonna be having a lot of things that I need to avoid, such as the beams that not just the enemies, but the boss throws to me. So I need to be so careful with that also. Okay, last phase, I'm gonna keep quiet because it's the most complicated one, and if I die, I'm gonna waste 3 minutes. And also, my console doesn't work very well. It was a miracle that it decided to load the game, so if the music gets skipped, I'm sorry about that, because it's not supposed that track should be skipped. And there we go. Third boss defeated. This is also hard as an Unfantasamas Rex, but not so hard at the same time. It's mostly tricky. So officially we have beaten a half of the game. Let's go for the second half. And probably there's gonna be people who are not gonna like this section, and I'm gonna give them the reason for that. So now we are on the fun house. And we get introduced with the clowns and all this related things. So again, more platforming, more switches, because probably you haven't noticed it, this game is based on switches and things like that. Switches, bounces, and not of bounce things. And also, something curious about the game is that you're probably gonna be noticing that sometimes if I move faster, you're gonna be watching that some sections of the game are not loaded and then appears instantly in an instant moment. And that's because this game gets loaded per chunks. So every time that I keep going farther and farther on the further and further on the game, sorry again for my bad pronunciation, the game is loading the next section of the game. Due to that, there was a speed strat used to avoid some things to load on the game. We're gonna be watching that on the next section of the game. But, well, we're gonna be watching this stage where the thing we're used to do, because now that's not allowed anymore. But don't worry, there was a new way discovered that even helped to save a little amount of extra time, comparing it with the opening the disc tray strat. Let's do a little out of bounds jump here, because I need to make that these big stairs go down. But doing out of bounds I can reach it, mostly because there's an invisible wall also that can prevent that I can go farther on that section. Yeah, PS1 is 25 years old. We are old, everybody's so old. But all is good. Because I can bet that if there are people here who still owning their PS1 and they bought a PS4 before the Slim model was released, I'm pretty sure that their PS1 is still alive. Don't worry, I'm a big PlayStation fan. And yes, my PS1 is still alive, but my PS4 no. But don't worry, I have bought a new PS4. Well, I use PS4 because I want to play Crash 4 next month. And talking about Crash, don't miss the Crash Bandicoot blog that this Martin is gonna have tomorrow. Command schedule is gonna give you the full schedule, because with that you can also see the other cool run that we're gonna be having from one of the best consoles that have ever existed. Well, the fat PS2's models keeps working. There's just little amount of consoles that are dead, and some fat PS3s also, but not as much as the PS4. But not as much as the PS2 fat console and fat models. Well, my PS1 is still alive. Sorry, it hasn't died. Well, I just have replaced it laser back in 2015. But, well, when you get turned into a PS1 speedrunner, you don't use your PS1 anymore. Okay, another out-of-bounds section here. I need to do a little clip to skip the section. If I don't get it, I'm gonna do the regular pace. Okay, I was close to get it. Okay. There we go. Because with this, I also avoid the necessity of opening the lemon window that I used to get the fruit, but for some reason I haven't got it here, so if the trick hasn't worked, I should have go back and I should have tried to get it. But fortunately, that wasn't the case. And talking about Mortal Chicken, I want to buy that game, but I'm never able to find an NTSC copy of my country. Yeah, because I got two PS2s, a slim model, that's the one that keeps working. The fat model has died. That's another story. And here, it's not supposed that I should have used that chest to come here. I just have activated the switch that was also in that section, and I should have moved to the left, where some stairs are gonna be spawned. And I don't know why I pressed the switch there. I don't know why I have pressed it. That wasn't required, but anyways, I have now my health at full, so that's gonna be good. Yeah, because with PS1 speedrunning, you want get a PS2 because it has an option that helps you to move to get the disc spins a bit faster. Okay, I need to play a bit safely because it's not supposed that I should have received damage here. I need to do a damage boosting trick here. But since I just have a piece of health, that's gonna be a bit complicated for me because you have seen that big bell there, and this time we're not a goose, so don't worry about that, don't be so... don't feel nervous or something like that. Because what I need to do is I need to activate the switch, then I'm gonna be grabbing the checkpoint that it's out of the screen right now, but it's on the right. And as I get it, I need to go back and grab the bell. Now we're gonna be simulating that we have traveled in time, and now we have turned into a goose. And you just need to take the bell. take the bad hits here. It's important that I should have received damage to lose that extra piece of health now that I'm thinking about this. And then I die, I don't need to go again on with this these hot things that makes damage to Pac-Man. I just need to go to stone on the checkpoint, go to the left, and there we go. That's all we needed. Oh, this is bad. I ran out of time, but don't worry. If I keep bouncing here, I can go on the top and I keep moving here. Yeah, I have a little window of time. This is more harder than it looks, believe me. At least for me. Because it's not supposed that we should be able to move here on the top, but this is exactly what are we doing. I just make some little jumps here because with that I can make the camera points to the moving platform so I can know which moment I should be moving. And that's all. On this stage we just get the key. Now, Spin Dizzy, this is the stage where we're gonna be getting the next Pac-Man friend, which is Baby Pac. Or I don't know if we can consider that as a friend. Is that a family? We can consider Baby Pac as part of his family, right? And also something good about this thing that takes time to load is that you have seen that the ghosts took a while to appear. So now this is gonna be something a bit tricky! There we go. I needed to avoid that checkpoint because here we have another one. We need to activate the switch. Okay, I failed on my mission of not receiving damage. I haven't got a good timing. So with this, I just can go back here and I can have this checkpoint, and if for some reason I die, I am gonna spawn directly in this section. Otherwise, I was gonna spawn where the other switch was, which is gonna make me lose some time. So that's like something safe to do. Another life. And also something that I forgot to mention. If you haven't noticed this, I'm using the American NTSCU release, which is not the optimal. The optimal version is the Japanese version, because here there's a checkpoint on the Japanese version, for example. The Japanese version is more easier than the American release. The American release is just good for any percent. Because also when you create a stage on the Japanese and all versions of the game, your health gets refilled. This is not the case on the American version. If you don't have all your health, you're gonna be finishing the stage like that. And also, some bosses have less health, and there's a lot of things that make the game easier. And also the percentages changes. For example, in Japanese release, you are not required to do the marathon mode to complete the game at 100%. But in the American release, you do that. So for 100%, your Japanese release saves like 50 minutes. Again, another out-of-bounds section here. Because I needed to complete another maze thing to make that all of those things went down. And it's something good that I have skipped all of these because all the next platforms are not going to be triggered. So all of them are going to be here, static. And those mechanical ghosts are not going to release in some steam. So I can play a bit safer. But at the same time, I don't need to be so comfy. Because we have these little enemies close. So you need to keep an eye on them. Okay, another jump. We're good to go. Also, this moving platform doesn't move again because we haven't triggered all of these things. And also these steam things are not activated. This helps a lot with run. Quack, quack. Okay, it's good that I haven't died. I'm gonna take that. Because on this section, you don't imagine how Ghost uses to fail a lot. Because I'm gonna be doing this safe. Because I need to reach this platform, I need to activate the switch, this platform is gonna go up, and I need to do this 2 times in a row. Well, 2 extra times. And sometimes that enemies are a big pain in your thumbs. Okay, I don't need to grab that. And that enemy was troll, and I need to do this again. Yay! Well, I just need to go on the platform. That's not bad. You don't have a minimal idea about how I hate those enemies. And this is bad because if I receive another hit, I'm gonna die, so... Focus mode activated. Okay, at least I haven't died, so that's really good. Obviously, I'm talking about after I started to get all the switches. So here lies Baby Pac. And I need to wait this to refill my health. And now... This is a crazy stage because I don't know if I can consider this as a boss stage, but it is. It's not a boss fight definitely, but it's a boss stage. So here we have Clown Bricks, which is a race on these bumping cars that we need to have against these clowns that are so annoying, and the course is so slippery. So again, this is another complicated stage. So there's gonna be a section where I'm gonna be quiet, because here if you fall down you die and you just start from the beginning. And sometimes these clowns make this stage a bit annoying. And also the back dodge helps you to get a little boost. Okay, I get rid of them really quick. But at the same time I don't need to be so comfy, so I'm gonna be quiet for the rest of the stage. Okay, I decided to move there a bit safely, not gonna lie. There we go! Again, this stage is more harder than it looks. Now, Perilous Pipes, and my favorite section of the game, talking about speedrunning, because we're gonna be watching a lot of broken things here. Yeah, Pac-Man Racing. Probably this was like a little teaser about Pac-Man Rally, a game that was released in 2006. Oh, they were doing some kind of weird experiments with Pac-Man. Imperial's Pipes, no keys, no friends. But we need to do this thing. And also this robot with this giant... how does that... with those giant magnets? Sorry again. I don't know what am I getting. A lot of problems speaking. Probably you have noticed that English is not my main language. And in case you're not, congrats, you now know that. Well, the big robots with those magnets, if we are just right on the same spot than them, they're gonna be trying to attack us, so we need to be careful also. And sometimes I'm gonna be using that if I need to use them as a platform. And also I used to grab here the backdots just to be a bit safe, because I cannot bounce on those enemies, otherwise I'm gonna be receiving damage. It doesn't matter that I've used that there. I don't know why I used to catch that ball. I never use it. Oh, come on! I'm gonna be drinking some water on a bit because my throat is asking for water. Or at least that I keep quiet for a little bit. Or for another extra amount of time. No, I never do that. What I was doing that. I never dashed here. I think that's the first time that I fall down on this section. I never do that. There we go. This is the end of the stage. Now, under pressure, and for some reason, Song of Queen is sounding on my mind right now. After I have said that, we're gonna be having an interesting out of bounds section here, because again, there's another swimming section, and we are really aware that swimming in video games is slow most of the time. I was so close to die. I was a bit scared there. Okay, time to play a bit safe until I can get a piece of health. Activate some switches. I don't know why I have got that fruit. I don't need it. I need to put so much attention here for this, because we have here some extra annoying enemies. Okay, I sleep off, but at least I got the checkpoint. And it's good because this section is a bit complicated. Because we need to be avoiding all of these system things, and yes, that just needed to happen. Here we go. Let's keep going. And guess what? The other checkpoint was here, so you can try to guess how many time I have wasted there. And here's a tricky section. And here is what I was saying. So the swimming section, it's close here, but I'm gonna be jumping. No, it's on this next checkpoint. I don't know well, but I'm gonna be explaining all this. So I'm gonna be doing some specific jumps in order to move to some specific spots out of bounds, and with that I can skip entirely the swimming section. I'm close to it. It's right at the end of this thing. I haven't died, and I don't know how, but I'm happy about it. So I need to keep swimming here because, as you can see, Pac-Man is like a ball, so he's gonna slip off if I don't keep jumping. So right here, I need to move out of bounds and press up and right. And now I am out of bounds, but I need to make the next section of the game gets loaded, otherwise I'm gonna die. So keeping out of bounds, I'm gonna move right just in the middle of these two squares to trigger the loading section, and then I'm just gonna keep pressing right and jump, and with this I have skipped entirely the swimming section. I don't remember how many minutes to this save. I think that it's between 1 to 1.5. We're full of health, I don't need that. Okay, I have received damage, but it's fine, it's fine. And remember, if somebody want to be part of the 12-hour challenge and has born in October and doesn't have any good game to learn, you can learn this. It's a pretty fun game. Moving a bit safely because why not? Okay, so on this board we can see that this thing says don't press, but guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna mess up all of this. I need to be careful with the gears also, because now all the factory has been destroyed. Now the factory is a big mess. And this is gonna allow to me to go to the next section of the game. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the cycle. I don't want it to take risks there, because again, remember that Pac-Man is like a ball, so he can slip from some sections, and that's gonna be really, really bad. Okay. Now, down the tubes. The stage we were looking for, and at the same time, a stage where before you were able to perform the trick about opening and closing a disc tray. But now that's not allowed anymore. But there's an interesting strat to do instead of that, because in this section again there's another water section where we need to get a fruit to open a door, and going for that fruit and then coming back takes like 2 to 3 minutes approximately, or 5 minutes, I don't remember, but it was a good amount of time. That's the point. And wait for the gears. On these sections with holes, I need to be so careful with the gears because the gears doesn't let me move for some seconds. So that's gonna be an insta kill if I get touched by some gears on the holes. That's the way I do it. If there's a problem with my stream, just tell me. I'm gonna try to fix it. Okay. So now after this, I'm gonna be catching here the checkpoint because I needed to press that yellow button that's gonna give me a crumble so I can move in the water. But I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna put here in this specific spot, and I'm gonna press slightly a D-pad up. I go to the left, and now I know that I have co-op on this. So what I'm gonna be doing here is that I'm gonna keep pressing the up and right button, and I'm gonna be trying to clip on this door. If I keep it quiet for a bit, or I just keep on a diagonal and I don't bounce, I need to release a little bit up and right. And okay, I got kicked, so that was the first attempt. Let's see the second one. It's not so consistent, but it works, believe me. Okay, I haven't quit. Let's keep counting attempts. This is a third attempt. Well, that was the fourth attempt. Fifth. You can lose your set time due to that. 6. Seven. Oh god, this is bad. That was 8. 9. Oh god, oh god. Bless RNG gods, please. The way that this works is that the physics on these games are a bit weird. So sometimes you can clip in some things and oh god, I'm wasting a good amount of time here. This is not good on any sense. There we go. So I need to be so careful here and I need to grab that checkpoint. I press the switch, I get the key, and I die instantly. I was trying to grab the ledge and get touched by the ghost, that was gonna be faster. And if I should have catched the checkpoint, the water was gonna rise up, so that wasn't gonna be good. Now I just need to save Pac-man Jr. And now, press the button, get the Chrome key. I'm gonna press the switch, and I just need to go to the end of the stage. Oh god, okay, I got trapped. Yeah, I wanted to catch the 1-up just in case. I'm still having a bunch of lives, I don't know what I've done that. Oh, I need to be faster there because I have received damage, but I wasn't on the same section of the enemy, so it probably was gonna die if I wasn't quick to move to the token. And now Chrome Keeper. On the Japanese release, this guy has 8 bars of health. Sorry, 6 bars of health. But in the American release, and I think the European one, he has 8. So this is gonna take a little amount of extra time. I grab the 1-on because I'm close to die. Yeah, I was aware that I wasn't gonna be able to catch that on time. So I need to press the switches, but these are hot switches, so I'm just gonna receive damage. And I need to wait for another wood box. No! How are you gonna make me this? You know, I'm gonna die on purpose because I need that my health gets refilled so I can perform some damage boostings here. I prefer to do that, honestly, to be honest. Because you have seen the big magnets can trap Pac-man, so I just need to be careful sometimes. And finally, I got it. One hit, 7 to go. Oh yes, the box. I was forgetting the only thing that I need to do here. Okay, I need some help. Okay, this has got me a 1-up, nice. It can give you some health, it can give you some lives. In this case I was lucky and got a life while I was looking for some health. And Scratch takes this strikes back. Okay, at least it play one loop fine. But again, it's a problem with my console. I mean, I just paid $25 for it, so I cannot expect something good about it. It's not on the best condition, by the way. But the important thing is that it works. And not only if I were running the Japanese version, this spike should have finished here and let me get out. Okay, this is that. Okay, let's do this again. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. This is not lost at all. So we're not on a big problem. Yes! Don't catch the crumble, you don't need it. And Chrome Keeper defeated. And, well, now we have rescued all Pac-man friends, now where I'm gonna be able to go to the last section of the game. Something interesting here is that on any percent you don't require to do the boss fights, so how the heck is it supposed that you can go to the next part of the game, because the first half of the game is gonna be available, and unless you complete... Well, until you complete the first half of the game, you're not going to be able to access to the second. Well, there's another bunch of tricks to do that, but also there's another wall for this last section that gets activated when you have completed the other 5 sections, and if you have rescued Pac-man friends. Because if you haven't rescued them, the other section, this section of the island doesn't get loaded. So now we're on the creepy section of the game, and again I fall down. Anyways, I used to die a lot on this section, so I'm fine, I guess. Probably the only bad thing up to this point has been that I have that it has took a good amount of time for me to get the skip on down the tubes. Because if you don't do that correctly, you can lose a good amount of time. Well, if you're not lucky to get it on the first attempt. Also, in case somebody was worrying about this, my PB is at 115 something. I'm gonna be... I don't remember exactly my PB at this moment. But it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. I don't remember the 1 up seconds. Let me check really quick. 1 hour 50 minutes and 11 seconds. Nice. So something that I hate about this section are those bats. Because also, some enemies and some obstacles have a weird hitbox detection. Sometimes they can hit you, or sometimes they cannot hit you. Also, the 3D perspective of the game is a bit weird. So sometimes also, your eyes can be a bit trolled. So I'm curious about on which other sections I have wasted a good amount of time. So I think that the layout on the marathon says that the next game is Pepsi-Man. The next game is gonna be Donald Duck and Quackers. I have asked for that switch because I play Pepsi-Man on an emulator, so it's easier for me first to start with the games that I play on console and then with the games that I play on emulators. After this, we're gonna be enjoying some Quackers action. I think it was on Retroton 2019 what I have played Donald Duck and Quackers. I don't remember exactly. And yes, that's why I hate that bats. Mainly with this, I forgot the name of these things again. Well, the purple ones that disappear as soon as you touch them. And also, if you don't jump correctly, you also can die. And also with most of the things that you found in the game, you can find in the game, you need to remember and learn exactly where some stuff are, because sometimes again the range perspective view that you have in the game doesn't cooperate with you most of the time. So you need to remember exactly some things like where you need to move if you see a platform or something like that, because it's gonna look like you're gonna be moving to it, but at the end that's not gonna be the case. Something like that happens to me with some clouds that we're gonna be watching on a later stage. And and Credit Catacombs, this is the stage where we're gonna be getting the key. And there's a hard / tricky out of bounds trick that I'm gonna try to get. But if I fail it just one time and I die, I'm not gonna do it again. Yes. Quack quack. Oh man. Also, another probably interesting fact, or probably not, is that remember what I have said about the zigzag with the D-pad? Guess what? I'm playing with the D-pad. I'm using an PS1 controller that has no sticks, full digital PS1 controller, so we can get the real retro experience and we can still blaming all of these bats. There was an extra life there, but I don't need to catch it. Again, you needed to do that. Now you understand why I hate these bats. Sorry, Batman. It's not something personal. Come on! Since when I used to die there a lot? Oh my god, no. Okay, I'm gonna catch this live. Yeah, bats are jerks, mostly on this section of the game. And well, I have died there because my thumbs doesn't want to cooperate with me. Oh, okay, I need to play this as safely as I can play. More safely than I'm able to do this. gonna wait until this thing spawns again. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna try this one time because I have lost a good amount of lives. Another attempt. Okay, I feel it. I'm not gonna do it again. So the out of bounds here is that I'm gonna go directly to the next section because this is what I was trying to avoid. Because here we have fruit, we have a pumpkin. And if I hit... Okay, I forgot if I just hit one of the ghosts. No, it was the one on the top, the one that I needed to hit to get some health. I need to activate this, and it's supposed that it should have spawned here. If I should have got the out of bounds trick. And very important, I need to get the chrome ball on of it. Because these big things are trying to crushing Pac-Man, but with this we just get pushed. And yes, that needed to happen, but it's fine. These were the last ones. And I received damage on purpose there to save a little amount of time. I don't intended damage boosting, honestly. But we have got a piece of health, so we're good. It doesn't matter if I receive damage here because I'm getting that piece of health that is at the background. It's a full restorer. Okay, let's do this on the old style. Again, I can avoid a big or this doing all of these out of bounds tricks. And I failed grabbing this thing. Okay, so it's supposed that again I needed to do some labyrinth things in order to get that key. And just in case after this I'm gonna be saving my game. I'm starting to wonder what I have wasted a good amount of time. I thought that I was saving time, but now I'm watching a 1:17 on my estimate, and I don't like that. But at least the next stage is shorter, so probably it's gonna be like a 1:23 or 1:24. Well, that's considered I haven't practiced this, but I'm doing some things so well, so I'm surprised about that. This has been a very busy week, because the new semester on the university has started, but there has been some issues as always, so I need to try to fix all of this. And well, here I am, playing a game. Sometimes I miss the old days, playing on a big CRT TV, and, well, being in front of CRT TV, watching some SpongeBob VHS tapes, or some old TV shows that I used to record from the TV on VHS. And sometimes turning up my PS1 to play all of these amazing games. I used to miss the old days where when I was happy and I never knew that. Okay, this is gonna be a 1:24. Never knew. So here Miss Pac-Man is at the end of the stage. There's another one, but I don't need it. And I have said that I was gonna save the game, right? And I have forgot to save the game, right? Yes, I'm the kind of person who uses to forget his breakfast. So here I needed to put attention to a visual key point to move there because that cloud is a bit troll with me sometimes. So there's a piece of bell here. I have got the bell there, but I'm gonna use it on a non-intended section, which is with the next door. Because this is gonna let me to open the last section of stage, where I just can reach the end and save Miss Pac-Man. And probably you have noticed, as I have said before, that the second section of the game just has 2 stages instead of 3. There was a third stage in development, and with some game shortcodes you can access to it, and you can see that the stage is not finished yet. And since the developers run out of time to keep developing the game, they just decided to use some stuff of that stage and shrink it and the other 2 stages. That's the reason why the stages in the second section are more longer. And now Pac-man's there. Time to be in front of the last boss of the game. And also, again, this stage is easier in the Japanese version because for some reason there are no ghosts there. And on the first cycle of Pac-man, he's gonna be doing some shootings that are gonna give to us some packets. And we need to catch 10, because with 10 you can do a super shot, sorry. And in the Japanese version you can do that with just 6 packets. But I'm trying to get as much packets as I can. Another signal, 6 seconds back. I have to shoot these here. And so it doesn't matter that I receive damage. All my friends are gonna game here to give me some help. But also, I need to feel confident, need to be careful. You notice I have made some damage to him. Some magnets are gonna put him in the middle of the stage. And now the next sections are gonna be like this. We have 6 switches, and we need to press all of them. But we don't need to be touching the floor when Pac-man makes a bounce. Otherwise, as you can see, we're gonna receive an electric shot. Usually for me, the complicated part is the first one with the packets. This is not so complicated. And also, I don't need to wait for the platforms to appear and reach the top section of Pac-man, making damage. Also, for some reason, when Puka appears to give us health, he doesn't give us health. I just have seen him one time giving me health, but that looks like a glitch. That happens in all versions, I think. Yeah, this is gonna be a 122. Or 122, probably. Okay, last phases. He's gonna make some dashes. And he's gonna spin around the stage, and I can avoid that just having a good timing with my dashes. And with that hit him. Okay, this is the second time in my life that I have seen that Puka has given me some health. Okay, it doesn't matter, We're good. That ghost was troll, but whatever. Okay, just 1 hit. The time finishes once I hit Pac-man for the last time. Who was behind Pac-man?
It's so unfair. You ruined everything. Nobody loves a ghost.
And the ghost behind Pac-man was Orson, and we have defeated Orson, and the